The national champion is clad in big orange.
The pitch. Swing and a miss. That's the ball game. The national champion is clad in big orange.
At Summit and Destiny have met 7 times before. Tonight is number 8.
Tennessee Volunteers have wrapped up an SEC outright regular season title. Connect with
the SEC runs through Rocky Top. Tennessee wins the SEC regular season crown for the 2nd consecutive season.
the 1-0. Indiana, right center field. Ross on the move. Ross get there. Tennessee walks it off. It's a mismatch. Deep range. Come on now. And don't connect. Probably trying this time. Indeed. New hand there. Down the middle. Got it. On the fly. It's high and again. And he's going to take it. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Hey, how much fun is this?
Man, Rocky Top, this is college football and it's got to be back.
Yes, sir. This is college athletics at its absolute best. I am your guy, Skylar. This is a Wednesday night edition of the Fanatics Show. But before we go any further, I want to introduce my co-host, Michael. Michael, how are we doing, big dog?
We're doing pretty good, man. A lot of exciting stuff to talk about tonight. An exciting guest is going to join us tonight. We've already kind of teased it before, but Skylar, who's going to join us tonight?
Dude, you already know. Somebody that we've been teasing for 2 weeks. We finally got it locked down, and it is defensive back Malik Foreman. And before we bring him on, though, I do want to let you guys know who our presenting sponsor is, and that is Chris Smith Insurance. As a homeowner, Chris Smith was once let down by an insurance company. So he started his own agency where instead of feeling like a big company is fighting against you, you'll know that your agent is fighting for you. All insurance is not equal. Trust the Chris Smith Insurance today out of Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Give him a call at 865-272-3387. Again, guys, Chris isn't just going to find you the best rates. A lot of insurance agents can do that. What Chris is going to do is find you the best rates for the best coverage, so that way if that accident does happen, you won't have to worry about if you're properly insured or not. So, Chris, we appreciate your continued support. Michael, give us a rundown real quick. Let us know what we're doing for segment 1, 2, and 3, big dog.
Yeah, so segment 1, we are about to have Malik on, and as soon as I'm done with the rest of the rundown, I give our segment 1 sponsor, and we'll get him right in here. Segment 2, we're going to look at Tennessee linebacker groups for this year. How good we think they're going to be, just kind of previewing it. Segment 3, we're looking at Arkansas and giving our predictions for Arkansas this season. But let's jump right into this. Let's get Malik on. But before we do that, I want to give you our segment 1 sponsor. That is Optimal Asbestos Services. Optimal Asbestos Services offers detailed asbestos inspections and air quality assessments. Whether you're looking to secure your home or workplace, you can trust Optimal Asbestos Services to deliver thorough and reliable solutions. You can contact Jeff Bull at 865-223-3297 for your consultation today, or go on the web at optimalasbestosservices.com. So let's bring on our guest. There he is, Malik Foreman. We're glad to have you on with us tonight, man.
What's up? What's up? How we doing?
Oh, dude, it's just another day in paradise. How are we doing? Are you sore from the weekend?
Man, I'm living the dream, brother. I might be a little sore, but we're keeping it going.
I heard that, big dog. I heard that. Well, thank you so much for spending a little time with us on this Wednesday night on a hybrid edition of the Fanatics Show. As me and Michael got some news maybe coming along for tomorrow. But Malik, bro, just wanted to kind of get you on here, talk about your career, right, from high school, and kind of wanted to kind of give you the floor early on to kind of let us know. Start from the beginning, man. What got you into football? What was your drive? Was it family? Was it father, brother? What was it that got you in football as you grew up and into the high school ranks?
It's so funny because me and my family, we are Steelers fans. I have no idea why.
Steelers. Okay. That's okay.
Had a Cordell Stewart action figure, terrible towel, wallpaper Steelers. I mean, top down, we have been Steelers fans my whole life. My mom graduated from Tennessee, her undergrad, so we would go to Tennessee games all the time. Knoxville had just been home to me for so long, so growing up, I started out Pee Wee, Lane Garden football, Kingsport, Tennessee. Went to, John Sevier Middle School, Dobbins Bennett High School, and then had a chance to play with the Vols. And I'll say this: my mom took me to a game when we played Vanderbilt at home when I was getting recruited by Tennessee, and one of the DBs had a pick six to end the game,
Oh,
and
okay. I was afraid you were going to say we lost that one.
Yeah.
we won that one.
Okay. Right on.
Neyland erupted. I saw all the fans. I mean, everything from the fans screaming to the coaches, all the players on the sideline going crazy. And as soon as that happened, I looked at my mom and I was like, "Yeah, I'm playing here." And the
I
rest
heard.
is history.
I heard that. So, I guess what was that moment for you growing up, whether it was in middle school or in high school, that was, you probably had like that game or that season where you knew that you had the potential to go to that type of rank.
Mm.
What was that moment like for you? Was it in high school? And like, if so, like what season was it where you knew that you had a legitimate shot to go Division One, if and SEC on top of that?
It's funny. So I had already received a scholarship offer from Kentucky,
Who?
and Kentucky,
Who?
Kentucky.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
It's a
just
little
messing
bro.
with you. I'm
Five.
just I'm just messing with you, bro.
Bless their hearts. I cannot go there. To say
Nah,
my
I heard that.
favorite color is blue, but I bleed orange.
That's
Okay,
right. That's right.
Hey, that's what matters.
and they were the first offer. And when Vanderbilt hopped on the scene, we were playing Science Hill High School at DB my senior year. I had already been getting like little lower level offers from like UTC and Liberty and all those schools, and then Kentucky came on, and I just remember playing against Science Hill. We had 13K in the whole stadium. I mean, one of the best high school football environments you could ever imagine.
That's right.
And I scored my first touchdown, and that's when I knew like I could really do this at the next level.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, in high school, you played both sides, right?
I played DB, I played quarterback, I played running back, I played receiver. But the crazy thing is, our quarterback broke his neck 4 games into the season at Sevier County. Um, and I was mainly playing receiver, DB. That's all I was doing. He got hurt, and I had to step in at quarterback. And being at a place like DB, having a coach like Coach Clark, he'll give you as much autonomy as you can handle. And he gave that to me. He let me play all the positions that I want to play to the point to where I would ask to play certain positions, and he would let me just so I could have that freedom out there on the field. And I mean, look, I love playing quarterback. I love playing receiver, but DB has always been my bread and butter for sure.
That's right.
So, when you played quarterback, did you ever impress anybody enough to where you got some offers at quarterback, or was it just DB wide receiver type offers?
It's funny you say that. Georgia Tech wanted me to come to their camp as a quarterback whenever they had that wing T offense.
Yeah.
And full disclosure, full clarity, I did not want to be in that system any
No.
longer.
No.
Yeah,
No.
I don't blame you.
Read, pull, all this stuff. I just
I
want
feel
I just
res-
wanted to rip it. If I'm
respectfully, I feel like our wing T offense from somebody who ran one in high school is when you don't have a ton of athletic kids.
exactly.
you have the cornbread fed kids out there, and you're
Yeah.
just playing smash mouth football, and so
You just
oh
every
yeah,
every play.
oh
And
yeah,
I had an opportunity to play quarterback. That was the only school that kind of entertained that idea. Everybody else was either receiver, mainly receiver, but DB as well.
So, was there ever any doubt whenever you got that offer from Tennessee that, this is where I'm going to go? Or maybe even before you got the offer from Tennessee, where you might have been like, well, is Tennessee ever going to offer me? Did you ever entertain any other school before you decided on Tennessee?
So I was initially committed to Vanderbilt. So
who? I'm joking. Go ahead.
The Commodores.
Yeah.
The Commodores. Shout out Diego. He thinks he's going to win the national championship this year.
Hey, I
Bless
mean, you
his
gotta
heart.
have that. You gotta have that winning mentality.
He's not going to win the national championship, though. He's not. He's just not.
So
You heard it here first, folks.
I mean, you're telling football players they got to go into the season thinking they're gonna lose.
He is going to have a great season.
Yeah.
He is not going to win a natty.
No shot.
Is he going to win a Heisman?
Ooh,
No
no.
shot. No shot. Like not even close.
You think honestly, a quarterback wearing the black and gold is going to ever win a Heisman anytime soon?
Especially before Tennessee gets a Heisman.
Bless Nico's heart. He could have had.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But back to Michael's point, actually, because if I recall, you were in the 2013 or 2012 recruiting class.
2013.
So there was plenty of turmoil, right, at the head coach position at Tennessee, coaching staff in general during your high school.
So Dooley sent me a letter the night before we went to go play Maryville.
Right.
We lost that game in the third round of the playoffs. The next morning, I drove to Nashville to visit Vanderbilt, and that's when I committed.
You put that hat on, dude. Oh my goodness.
They had the T upside down in the locker room. Oh, I wanted to scream so bad.
No, I heard that.
But James Franklin, first of all, really good coach. Okay, really good coach.
He really is.
He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get guys. He knows how to develop guys. And whenever I initially committed to Vanderbilt, that was like my bread and butter. Like that's
right.
And then Tennessee, Dooley sent me a letter before we went to go play Maryville, and once he left, the whole carousel went around, and then Bush and his staff came around, and I think it was me and Raleigh Ferguson that were the first two that were offered out of that 2013 class. Number one, because we were bored already, and two, like they needed guys fast because it was a quick turnaround. So when they initially reached out and said that we want to offer Malik, they talked to my DB coach, Coach Barrett at DB. He called me. I was in my history. I think it was some history class. He called me down to the field house. I remember it so vividly. He said, "Tennessee wants to talk to you," and I said, "They don't offer Debo. I'm not going." Devon Swafford.
Right. Yeah.
And from then, I had a conversation with Jay Graham. Had a great relationship with him. He ended up going to FSU that next year and winning a natty. So kudos to him.
Jimbo Fisher.
He was so instrumental in getting me and Devon to Tennessee that I never had any bad blood with him, if that makes sense.
Right. No, for sure.
Yeah. So like they say we want to offer you. I'm already committed to Vanderbilt. I'm like, look, I'm closing my recruitment down. Only way that you can get me on campus is if you offer my buddy. And they did that. They gave him a gray shirt. He worked his tail off his first year, started his first year, had a pick six in the swamp, had a punt return that was blocked, returned for a touchdown against Georgia at Tennessee. Probably two of the craziest plays I've ever seen in my life. So he earned his scholarship, and I mean the rest is history, man. We're Vols.
That's right. So explain to the folks that may not be familiar. Obviously, everybody kind of knows what a red shirt is. What is a gray shirt?
So a gray shirt is when you honestly you have to earn your dues your first year. So you're paying for school.
That's right.
You're a walk-on. You're
You're a
first.
walk-on.
And if they see something in you that first year, they'll give you a scholarship, right?
Right.
And I mean, making the plays that he made, starting as a freshman, coming in and kind of setting a precedent, like Debo made a name for himself as a Tennessee Vol.
That's right.
they had to honor that after his first year. And going back to your question, like a gray shirt, you got to earn your keep. He
Yep.
earned his keep his first year, and now he's on scholarship his last 3 years.
Right on. It's kind of cool that he's still committed, knowing that obviously he had to cover that first year. I know
Yeah.
a lot of players kind of be scared of that. Obviously you're putting in just as much work as anybody else on the team, but you're still having to front the school costs, whatnot. And no, that's pretty cool. But tell me
So-
about. Go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
So, how was your transition, from your senior year of high school to, starting your freshman year at Tennessee? Everybody has their own stories for the transition, how hard it was, or some of them it just comes naturally. How was your transition going over from high school to college?
Honestly, it was. I mean, you go from being in, small town Kingsport to one of the biggest universities,
In the country.
and the talent level and the intensity level is just different. The speed, the size of people, the mental fortitude that it takes to actually go through each and every day, from meetings to practice to study hall, all those things. Like, it was a huge transition for me. And I remember my first workout as a freshman. We had a leg workout, and I couldn't even squat because I pulled both my hamstrings in track leading up into that fall, if that makes sense.
That's right.
So I was on the leg press. I'm still working out. We're running, and that first workout, we went back to our dorm at Valhall, and I looked at Debo when I walked in. I said, "Bro, I don't know if I can do this anymore."
I heard that. I've got some folks in the chat. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Jade Woodard comes in and says, I need to know where Malik got that hat.
Ooh,
Where'd you get that hat?
a special lady friend.
Okay, I was about to say, you better not say Timu, bro. I was going to slap you upside the head.
Yeah, then
Gift. It was a gift.
It was a gift. All right, right
Yeah.
on. Big Orange up in the chat on YouTube says, much love, Malik. Thank you for giving your all for Tennessee, brother.
Always.
We appreciate y'all. Be sure to share the show while we got Malik on for just a few more minutes. And yeah, Malik, let's talk to me about college career. Let's get more specific with game prep. Let's get more specific with, I mean, what was that song that got you motivated in the locker room right before kickoff? What was it?
That's such a good question, Skylar.
I mean, it was right around Posty, right? Like 2015, 2016. Post Malone came out right around then, right? Like, it wasn't congratulations, was it?
Oh no, it was Finito, Chief Keef, Finito.
Chief Keef.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
Finito. Whenever I heard Finito, it was over with.
Oh yeah.
Forever.
You locked in the moment you hear it. I mean, you know that song that does that to you.
Yeah, for sure.
So
right.
Skylar, what was your song whenever you played ball?
Dude, you want to know for real?
Yeah.
All right. So my answer today is different, but it was Congratulations by Post Malone. When I walked up, so I went to college to play baseball. I was never the size, unfortunately, to play football. But when I walked up to the plate and you just hear Congratulations blaring, I'm just like, yeah. I could never say the ball was going over the fence, was never that strong, had to hit the weight room. But I knew I was getting on base. So, Michael, what about you, big dog?
So mine was actually, I was a basketball guy, and the very last song that I listened to before Coach came in for the pregame talk was the 300 Violin Orchestra, George Quintero.
Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah,
come on now.
That's just all those violins there. For some reason, it got me so hyped.
It's a musical, Scholar.
What's that?
It's a musical.
Musical?
Yeah.
I mean, you know my playlist. You're on the Lake with me this last weekend. Come on now. No, we got Logan on the chat here on Facebook. Finally, we got somebody to ask about the A&M game. I knew it was going to happen at some point. Logan says, I want to know how fast you ran on that play against A&M. Did somebody have you on the clock in that replay? I mean, what's the miles an hour that we reached?
That looks like a 4 flat, to be honest.
I don't know. I just know that I think our GPS, and I remember it was 22.
Oh yeah.
miles an hour. And to be honest, bro, I love you, Skylar. I hate talking about that play so much.
Well, I mean, you get asked about it a lot, I'm sure.
We lost that game,
We
bro.
did. We did.
We lost the game.
But here's what you can hang your hat on. It wasn't in regulation.
Whatever. I have a question for Michael.
What's up,
All
man?
right.
All right, Michael. So, boom. We punch the ball out. We go down and score. We are down 1, correct?
Yeah, after the touchdown before the extra point.
Yeah. Are you going for 2 or are you going for 1?
Oh,
In that situation there,
hindsight.
I was
Hindsight.
gonna say I think the way that Texas A&M had been moving the ball, I think you got to go for 2 at that point. You're on the road as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank
you're on the road as well. You got to go
on
for
the
2, man.
road.
But hang on. As a defensive player, does that not show that they don't? I mean, maybe you just understood, but like that's not really showing a lot of trust in your defense to get that stop. But then again, you're on the road. You have a chance to win the game. You go
Man,
for it, right?
I'm a baller, bro. I don't even care about none of that. If we have a chance to win the game and
Exactly.
put AK has been balling the whole game.
Hey, and
Exactly.
Logan brings up that point right here. He says 2 all day with AK and Dobbs.
Here's the unfortunate part that I think was a big swing in the game is one of Alvin Kamara's biggest plays. He fumbled at the end fighting for extra yards.
We fumbled the ball 7 times inside our own 20
Exactly. Like I think
in that
that
game.
also didn't help. But I mean, the Vols in that era, I mean, we were turnover prone. I mean, if we're being honest, I mean, Joshua Dawes was great player, and he is a great guy. But like, let's be honest, when the game was on the line, there was a lot of interceptions thrown in that season.
Look,
But I mean,
I'm gonna say this about Dobbs. Number 1, he's a baller. That
balling.
against Northwestern, whenever he fumbled the snap and then pranced in for a touchdown,
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
probably one of the greatest football plays I've ever seen in my life.
Yep. I love the trick play with him and Juwan at Florida. That was sick.
That was a pretty good one too. I just like how when he fumbled the snap, number 1, he didn't know that he was going to be losing the snap. Okay,
Right.
Found the ball, he gets it, he goes right, and he just uses
It's
his
instinct.
and he has the wherewithal
Mhm.
to prance on the sideline and then stick the ball out and score. I mean,
Dude, Dobbs put his body on the line more than any
man,
other
Dobbs was
Vol.
a dog,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
So,
Big Orange.
So talking about Dobbs and start. Well, let's go with this comment first.
Yep.
So,
Big Orange comes in and says, "Didn't you beat Georgia twice as a Tennessee Volunteer, Malik?"
We beat Georgia in the gray jerseys. My
The 15-year.
Yep, we sure did at home, and then we beat
in
them.
the 2016 Dobbs nail boot.
Yep, we sure did.
What was actually going through your mind after we gave up the big play with about 14 seconds left or 19 seconds left, I guess?
At their place?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean when they because it was Eason, right? Their
Oh,
quarterback was Jacob Eason, I think.
Yeah, what's going through my head after he throws a rope over my head?
Yeah, I know.
No, that's such an awesome question.
Malik, you're just talking to me the rest of the time, okay?
I'm sorry.
All right,
I mean,
we're not gonna bring up this stuff on. This
I mean,
side,
I just
so.
wanted to see if he still believed in this guy. Like I didn't know.
So honestly, that's a great question. Whenever they scored, number 1, they shouldn't have scored. I should have had the second pick that game. Okay. Very mental, just a mental lapse by me on that last play. He throws a rope. I have got to give Jacob Eason just a little bit of credit. That was
he threw it 60 yards as a
he
freshman.
threw a rope, bro.
Yeah.
And
On a dime.
you know what? I'm full transparency, full honesty. I got back to the sideline and I just started praying. That's all I did.
That's right.
I just prayed the entire time. I just talked to God because there was nobody on the sideline trying to talk to me at that point.
That's
Nobody.
Right. Yeah. No. Well, I mean, they were disappointed.
Yeah. I mean, I was
time.
disappointed too. But I mean, I got my head down. I'm praying. I'm honestly, bro, just talking to God, and all I hear is a roar from our sideline and our fans. And I look up at the jumbotron and I see Jawan with the ball. I didn't even see the catch.
No. You just seen him walking like a dog when he caught that thing.
Oh, I was so happy when he caught that ball.
Oh, did Butch actually break his ankle? I need to know.
It looked like it.
No, I know. All right,
So-
Michael, go
Maybe
ahead.
a very rough sprain.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
He's
So
not. He's not spraining any ankles in Arkansas though. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. So, we're talking about Dobbs a little bit earlier. So,
Yeah.
if you were the coach, who would you have had starting? Going back to I'll say the 2014 season, because we hear a lot of stuff about how Dobbs wasn't the greatest practice player, but you put him under the lights, and it was just a different switch was flipped, and he just had the instincts that could make things happen. Did you see that same thing in practice as reports come out from that, or would you have seen him in practice and started him over? I forgot now. Was it Nathan Peterman that started over him at the beginning?
So what year are you talking about? 2014.
I
would've
believe
been 20
2020, maybe 2013 and 2014. Because wasn't it both seasons he got to finish the year, but he didn't start the year.
2013, we had Whirly Bird.
That's right.
And then 2014, it was like it was Peterman and then Dobbs, but we had Riley Ferguson on. No, we had Riley our freshman year. He left our freshman year.
Yeah, Whirlyburg, is that not the game where Dobbs came in the Alabama game and kind of took over in 13? And then he didn't really get his chance to sign until 14.
No. I think Dobbs came in at the perfect time,
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
He was obviously athletic and could do some things that some of the other quarterbacks in the room just couldn't do.
Yep.
And I don't know. I feel like Dobbs was a really good practice player, but whenever you put him under the lights, that's whenever he really shined for real.
So basically in practice, the other guys looked more like a quarterback, and he was more of just a ball player.
I wouldn't even say that, bro. I mean, all of our quarterbacks had their ups and downs in practice. I mean, it's practice, like you're not going to have the perfect day every day. But what I will say is, I've never seen somebody go from practice player to game changer like Dobbs has.
Right.
That's right.
To the point to where, like, he wasn't even the guy, but you throw him in and he will get you 14 points for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then if you accompany that with a good defense and a good game plan, you can win in any conference. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, Dobbs was the guy for sure. He was definitely the guy.
Jeremy comes in and says, "We talk about practice. Come on now."
Exactly.
Yep. So I guess wrapping up your career at Tennessee. Obviously you left in a really good year.
Yeah.
What was it like going into obviously local kid going to the local college? You're kind of the hometown hero, so to speak. And now you're getting to kind of see what it's like going into pro day and actually seeing what it's like to get that shot to go play in the NFL. What was that preparation like, and how was your NFL career?
So shout out Cody Sensabaugh. He went to DB, played. He was from Kingsport, played at Clemson, and then played with the Titans and a couple other teams. He would fly us down, me and Debo. He'd fly us down to Boca Raton, Florida, during our fall break and our spring break, throughout high school and throughout our college career. So, going into pro day, like as soon as I graduated, I flew down to South Florida immediately.
That's right.
Started working out with Tony Villani, speed coach, and then I had a couple guys that were down there that were like training DBs specifically. And I was down in South Florida for about, I'd say, 2 or 3 months. Yeah, something like that before my pro day. And you know, the preparation was just rinse and repeat every single week.
Right.
You speed work, you do your agility work, you do your skill work, you lift, you do your treatment, you do your recovery, all that stuff, and then you go home and sleep. And it's like every day is like that, every single day. And I think that us being in that setting as young bucks in high school and early on in college helped me be more locked in whenever I got there and it was time to really go for real, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you felt like probably you had a lot to prove, right? I
A
mean,
lot to prove, but I've also been there for so
right.
long. There's got to be something that comes out of all this, you
That's
know?
right. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
So I do want to pull a comment here from Logan. Do you have any crazy moments that you remember of Brian Randolph just cracking someone?
Oh,
Nah.
we were playing South Carolina at home,
Yep.
and Debo Samuel ran a go route on Justin Martin, and I forget who their quarterback was, but J Mark could have had a pick. He missed the pick, and Randolph cleared his stuff. I cleaned him up so good to the point to where they kicked him out the game. They said, "You can't play football no more. You got to go."
That's wild. I remember that hit, and like you can almost hear the crowd. Ooh, like you can.
Skylar, he
Nah.
so he cleaned him up so good.
Oh
It was
yeah.
so, and I saw it too. I was on the field. I saw it, and I'm like, "What is he doing? Like, why would you do that?" He walks off. He had this little strut. Oh yeah, he knows exactly what he's
He-
doing,
that's right. He
Yeah.
probably blacked out for that hit. And he didn't even care when he walked off.
bro. He
But
he hit him so hard. It was. I felt bad for him, honestly.
I mean, you probably didn't, but that's okay. Let's see. As we get wrapped up, man. I mean, what's a core memory from your time at Tennessee that you'll cherish forever that maybe not really a lot of
um,
people know?
I'm gonna backtrack, but this is probably one of the best memories I'll ever have being a Vol. Our freshman year, being on the sidelines, and Debo gets that pick in the swamp, and we get a pick, and I'm like, who just picked the ball off? Because I'm like watching all the corners. I'm not watching the
That's
nickel.
right.
I'm not
That's
watching
right.
the safeties. I'm just watching all the corners. And whenever he gets the pick, I'm like, who is that? And then I look up and I see 13. I'm like, oh, that's Debo. And I just start sprinting towards, the line that you can't cross on the
Yep.
sidelines.
Right at like the 20-yard line or something like that. Yeah.
I sprint to that line, and I'm just so fired up. It makes no sense. And to see him, number one, go from being a guy that didn't have any big D1 offers to going to a school, having to pay his own way his first year just to prove himself, and then getting a pick six in the swamp. And he's my brother. I've been playing football with for my entire life, really. Like, to see him prance across the sideline in the swamp is probably one of the best things that I've ever witnessed in my life. Bro,
Look at you.
that was one of the coolest moments ever, bro.
Big
Yeah.
hearted Malik up in the
That's
podcast today. Okay. I love it,
awesome,
man.
man.
That's an awesome story. Michael, you got anything?
So I kind of just want to transition over to today's football team.
That's right.
So
Okay.
I
Oh, he
obviously
done locked in. Hold up.
obviously
He said, hold up. He said,
Let me cross my
my
arms.
bad. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. We
I
got
got
business to stand on, don't we? That's
I was gonna say everyone wants me to ask the obvious question here. So your thoughts on the Nico situation that happened in the offseason?
come on now.
All right, Skylar.
I didn't say this.
I'm just gonna say it. It might not be popular. I would have paid him. Okay,
Oh,
Oh,
I would have paid him, but
okay.
serve $4 million. Come on now. What are we talking about?
I mean,
you go to a great university, you make so much good money, and the people love you.
that's what. Yeah,
People love you, and I don't know if it's his family or his agent or
you
whatever
know
it
it's his
may
dad. Come on.
be. I don't know. I don't know all that. All I'm saying is, I like Nico. Okay, we went to the playoffs. We got embarrassed in Columbus. That's okay.
I was
We,
there.
we went there. Okay, and I think that if Nico would have just put his foot down
Hmm.
with the people that was around him, things could have been different. But at the end of the day, you can't go into work, do 70% of the job, and then ask for a raise. That makes no sense.
No, I agree, which is why I'm kind of puzzled on why you're saying you would pay him, but that he's not worth it. So I
Because of
feel like,
clarity, I want to go into a season where I have a quarterback that
yeah,
I know is able to go out there and produce. I don't know about these guys that we have. They might be good. They might be good. I
that's
don't
right.
know them though. Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I agree. It's another wild card scenario. I mean, this is now the third year in a row we're going into a new quarterback change, right? You had Joe Milton,
Yeah,
then the Nico.
that, but I also say like Heupel did a good job of not doing what I would have done, which is
Right,
money. That's not
right.
what you. And with the NIL environment and the transfer portal and these kids having so much freedom, yes, I love that. But at the end of the day, like you've gotta you gotta earn your stripes, you
If
know?
he was top 10 in the Heisman odds and he had a great season,
I mean,
like
Skylar,
come on.
if if he would have just played better
Right.
in maybe not even three, maybe two, maybe three more games that were bigger than the games he played well in, okay. But he just did not do that.
No. I
He did.
mean, Jade brings up the point. She was like, did he even produce at 70%? Because I mean, there was, I think, 5 or 6 SEC games when the dude only had like one passing touchdown in those games.
And several of them, he didn't even have one.
And the
Right.
thing is, I'm not even a stats guy. I like W's. Okay,
Sure.
I like clear cut W's. We walk out and we are the best team on the field. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Which is why
Uh,
it's going to transition very well to the next topic I'm going to bring up. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, like, you can have all the stats in the world. If you're not winning games and if you're not winning championships, then all the numbers really don't mean anything.
Malik, Malik, calm down.
I'm getting emotional right
He's gone. He's gone. He's not gone forever. But he's gone.
now.
What wins championships, Malik?
Attitude.
Oh, come on. That's not the answer I was looking for.
But that's the answer I'm going to give you. Look,
It is attitude, but it's defense. You and I both know it's defense.
well, it's definitely defense, but
So
no. But here's what. No, I'm going to backtrack on that. You got to score points now. You got to
you
score.
do,
You
you
have got to
do.
score
But
points.
how many times did this offense? No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. How many times did this defense last year alone was able through special teams pin somebody within their own 5-yard line, and then defense either get a safety or a 3 and out to give the offense right back the ball on plus side territory? I mean, I do feel like the defense set this offense up well, and I do feel like going into this year, regardless of what's on the offensive side of the ball, I mean, I'm really hopeful about this defense going into this year. I didn't know about you, but I wanted to get your thoughts on defense.
Our defense is going to be solid this year.
I think
Like
they're going to be dogs.
we're going to be so solid on D, but at the same time, we have got to have complementary football going on the whole way from week one
That's
to week
right.
whatever. Like
All 3 phases.
all three phases. Offense has got to score points. Defense has got to keep points off the board. Special teams has got to just do their job.
That's right.
And
Yeah, and I feel like if we ever get that from Josh Heupel and Tennessee, then Tennessee is going to be competing for championships year in and year out. Because you look at the 21 season, his first year there, you had a pretty good offense, and you were still figuring things out. You just didn't have a defense. 22, you had a stellar offense. I mean, outstanding. but the defense was lacking, especially in the secondary. 23, you had a better defense, but the offense took a step back. And then last year, you had a borderline elite defense,
Yeah.
but you had a mediocre offense. So
Yeah.
you need, as you mentioned, you've got to have that good complementary offense, defense, special teams, all three phases of the game if
Yeah.
you want to compete for those titles.
I'm gonna say something that might be a little controversial.
Go for it, man. I'm soaking up the content.
But we walked into Columbus and we got our bell rung.
You want to know why? It's because we were shirtless in warm-ups.
No, they had better guys than us.
No, they did.
They
And they
did.
had better night. I mean,
They had better guys than us.
yeah, I agree.
They did.
I got a couple questions from our listeners. One here from Logan, Facebook said, "Did you guys ever laugh at the brick by brick stuff?"
We laugh about it to this day.
I heard that. Rhonda on YouTube wants to know, after you graduated, who's maybe a Vol that you would have wanted to play with?
Ooh.
That's a good question. Thank you, Rhonda, for tuning in. Come on now.
Leonard Little.
Okay, that's before you graduated, but what about after?
Oh, after? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Leonard Little is absolutely. That's a great.
Yeah, that's a great
I mean,
answer.
come on, give me Al Wilson too, bro. Like, come on, that's defense. But
Yeah, I'm good friends with Al. Okay, so tell me the question again. I'm
all
sorry.
right, so after you graduated,
After I graduated.
who's a Vol that came through the system? So basically, the Pruitt era.
Oh.
Who's a Vol that played on either offense or defense that you would have liked to have played with? I know why he didn't say Eric Berry, because he'd be getting picked on the other side of the ball.
I would have had so much action.
Oh, yeah.
I like Gerard. I like Gerard McCoy.
Gerard McCoy is a dog, man.
He was just at TK's camp with us this past weekend. Number one, the dude is solid. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
he looks apart.
And he has that DB mindset to where when he's on the field, it's up. But whenever he's off, he's just chilling, if that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he has that switch that he flip. And when you have the intangibles like he has, I mean, I think he'll be a top 3, I think he'll be a top. I think he'll be going. He'll make a lot of money in the league. Sure.
I'm gonna say sitting here right now that he's a top 20 draft pick, but he can absolutely make it higher than that.
Yeah,
I think in the most simplest terms, as a guy who watches, I've actually gone to plenty of games in the last 3 years, but growing up watching on TV, you see defensive backs that either they get beat on a step and they're just a couple steps behind or whatnot, and the ball's in the air, and you're never seeing the defensive back turn around. I don't feel like I've ever had that issue with Gerard McCoy. Like, that kid plays the ball, and you've got to have the instinct, you've got to have the speed, the awareness to know where your wide receiver that you're covering is at.
Yeah.
And to also be able to locate the ball. And I feel like he does it better than anybody.
And shout out to Willie Martinez. He's my defensive there now. He's always been a big fan of like bigger, like longer corners. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
And
the play that he made at Alabama, I think, exhilarates why that's so important. Right?
He got a good one in Gerard, and I think he got another one in the pipeline too. That's coming in next year. But I think that with Gerard's size and his just intangibles that he has, and Willie's coaching, he'll make so much money next year. It makes no sense.
That's right.
I think I agree with you.
Misty tunes in. Kind of the question I think most people get asked is, what was it like running through the Power T? Maybe the first and the last time.
The first time was kind of euphoric because, I mean, you see it happen on TV. You see it happen in person when you're in the games. But when you got that helmet on and everything, and you're running out there, bro, it's just different, man.
That's right.
And my last time running out of the tee, I got to hug my buddy Butch Jones. Come here, give me a hug.
That's right.
My buddy. Yeah, we had a good time.
That's right.
Last time at Tennessee was It was awesome.
I heard that. Well,
So-
I appreciate you spending a lot of time with us. I wanted to kind of give you the floor. Do you have any questions that you would like to ask us to end the segment? I know we're not really cool guys with cool stories, but I figured this would
I'm
be
gonna say you
fun.
for last, guy.
Oh yeah, okay.
Michael,
Yes, sir.
what is the biggest thing that we need to do as a team to make it back to the playoffs this year?
Ooh.
Joey Aguilar better be the guy.
That's a great question. Honestly, I feel like we need to see better production, not just from the quarterback position, but from the wide receiver position.
Agreed.
Yeah, I feel like that last year we had the guys, but at times they couldn't create the separation that they needed to. But you also had a quarterback that couldn't always hit your spots.
Right.
He would either overthrow, underthrow, wouldn't give his guys a chance. I feel like if we have a quarterback that can, put the ball where it needs to be, and you've got receivers that can create some sort of separation, which gives us that offense that we need, that I think is going to complement that defense that we're all so high on
Yeah.
this upcoming year. Tennessee's going to surprise some folks, and they can get back to the playoffs and possibly make some noise.
Yeah. Okay. That's solid. I think that obviously our defense is going to be solid this year, but our offense has got to put points up, and we got to be offensively dominant. 'Cause that's
Mhm.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
Which
Cool.
you wouldn't think would be that hard of a challenge when you got a guy like Josh Heupel at the helm, but
That's what I'm
he's just
saying, man.
he's poured so much into this defense. I think he's kind of neglected the offense just a little bit. Maybe that's Joey Halsley. I don't know, but maybe we'll get some answers this year.
All right, Skylar.
No.
What is the most? When are we going to see a national championship in football come through Knoxville? What year?
A
Is
win.
it this year? Is it the year after that? Come on now. When is that? I need the crystal ball.
Yeah, I got you. Hang on. Let me check.
There you go.
Let me check the wrist, the ice. Got to check it out. Hang on. You want the truth answer or the homer answer?
I just want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I think it's going to be 2028.
8?
Is that going to be Faison Brandon's junior season?
It
Yeah.
is.
That's exactly what it's going to be.
I think I agree with you.
I think that's when it's going to be. It is. I am putting a lot of stock in Faison Brandon. I think we're actually going to have some coordinator changes by then too. So I think 2028. Jade says ish, and Misty says, we're Vols. Next year is always our year, which was going to be what I said if we wanted the Vol answer. But I think I think this year, we're putting a lot of trust in the coaches this year. We have so many new faces that we're going to have to get to know. Mike Matthews, I think, is going to be a dog at the wide receiver position. Braylon Staley, I think you're going to see Boo play both sides. You're putting a lot of trust in a running back room that you just lost Dylan Sampson. I think Deshaun Bishop's going to be a dog, and I think Star Thomas and company is going to be great. Peyton Lewis, in my opinion, has got the build that you need to have at the running back position. But
yeah,
I think we're really going to find out what this coaching staff is made of this year. Which is going to determine, if Tennessee, when or if Tennessee is going to win a national title with this coaching staff.
But I think they have the talent and I think they have the coaching to make it to the playoff this year. But as far as putting all my eggs in a basket to win the national championship, give me Faison Brandon in year 3 if he sticks for year 3. No, he will because he can't be draft eligible until his redshirt sophomore year. So, yeah, his redshirt sophomore year, or if he wins the job and it ends up being his junior year, give me all that. Is that not the answer you were looking for?
No, that's a good answer.
He definitely won it next year.
You just made me think about something. So this is for either one of y'all. Do you like Boo Carter on offense or defense? Because I saw him in Chattanooga whenever I was coaching.
So
I saw him play live.
I seen him play special teams.
So
I don't remember if he was playing Alcoa. But he was playing a team. I've seen him play on special teams. I mean, the kid is special with the ball in his hands. But I think what he's shown you as a true freshman on the defensive side of the ball, I mean, you got to. And I think the lack of depth in that position, I like him on defense, man. And I think the coaches do too. That's why they put him there. But
Has wants all the athletes.
Yeah. Well, what do you? Okay, so you played with a guy that I think is a very similar player. Real quick, Michael. Sorry to cut you off. Why didn't Evan Berry ever get on offense?
Because
I mean, we're talking about the best returner in the game.
I can't really speak on that because I don't necessarily know all the ins and outs.
Okay.
But
No, fair
what
enough.
I will say is, Evan and Elliott were both great players on defense. That's for sure. And when you see Evan with the ball in his hands on special teams, I mean, he's taking kicks back like it's nothing. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you would not put him on offense. If I were in charge of what's going on offensively, I would have put him back there. But that's just me, my
That's
opinion.
right. That's right.
I'm not the coach. Um,
Michael, what's your thoughts on Boo Carter?
So I would love to see that what he can do in this offense, but from what we have seen from him on defense and just his natural instincts as a defender, I'd rather leave him on defense, but I definitely want him as my returner. Seeing how dynamic he is with the ball in his hands, returning punch, returning kicks, I definitely want him doing that. But as far as the offensive side of the ball, I've seen the game film from high school. I don't have the luxury of living in East Tennessee like you guys do to be able to go watch some of these guys around that area. I didn't get to see them in high school, but I've seen some of the game film and he's electric with the ball in his hands. But high school is a lot different from college when it comes to playing that wide receiver position. We've seen what he can do on defense, so I want to keep seeing him there.
okay, that's a fair answer.
Yeah.
It sounds
So-
like you don't agree with it.
I just saw him play offense. He's a
Nah, I
dog.
mean, he reminds me, the way he ran it in high school reminds me of Cordell Patterson. I mean, the kid would go sideline to sideline, just making plays, making people miss like they're stupid. Like,
You know how whenever you when you just have a knack or a gift of something,
mhm.
he's
He's
got
got that.
He's got it. Yeah.
that. He's got that. Whenever the ball's in his hands, he knows how to make guys miss. He knows how to get in the end zone. And I think for us, I don't think he's going to follow the Travis Hunter route. I think that putting him mainly on defense, on your all side, but I also think that letting him have offensive plays would be awesome.
Yeah.
It's your side, bro. You're the one that played defense. Come on now.
Well, I'm just saying, I just don't want him on defense all the time. Let him get the ball in his hands a little
No,
bit.
how would that be though? If he only played a limited number of snaps, as a defense is going to key in on that. If he comes into the game on offense.
Faster, and when you're faster and better than those guys, it don't matter.
So you're not trying to throw in some decoy plays where you put him in motion or something like that, get maybe a linebacker and a cornerback to get out to maybe open up a gap for Peyton Lewis or somebody.
I think you make him a regular occurrence in the offense at some point in time in the game. And you either use him as a decoy, which I don't really like, or you put him on the field and put the ball in his hand and just let him cook.
Well, I think we're going to find out very early in the season on how they're going to
Yeah.
utilize Boo Carter. So
Last thing I have for you before we let you go.
All right.
What are your thoughts on the team this year? Your predictions for
Ooh.
the record? How far you think they're gonna go? What are your expectations for this season's team?
Oh,
Can you pull up the schedule on your computer, please?
can you do that, Michael? Yeah,
Let me
Michael can do that. He's
Let
my
me see
producer.
if I can do that.
I know the first game's at Syracuse, which it has now been announced that SEC Nation's going to be there in Atlanta.
While
for
you're
the
doing that,
Syracuse.
I'm going to say this. I love our defense. I love everything except the question mark around our quarterback position. I would love to have some clarity on that sometime soon. That way I know who I'm trying to believe in.
That's a good question, too. Do you think it's actually an open competition between three quarterbacks? Hypo said that at Media Days the other day.
I got to be careful about what I say about these quarterbacks.
Okay, fair enough. Never mind.
But all I'm going to say is the best guy will play.
Oh, yeah.
And I hope the best guy that comes out and that does play is ready to play.
That's right.
Because we are playing UGA week 3.
Better not overlook Syracuse in game 1.
I don't care about Syracuse.
I know. But
Their quarterback is pretty good, though. And that's the only thing that kind of makes me a little nervous.
I was going to say, can you zoom in on that, Michael?
Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in there.
Let's see. Syracuse, ETSU, Georgia, UAB.
Yes.
Right on. You see that?
Can y'all still see me?
No, we can't see you, but that's fine. You look at it and you let us know what you think right now.
You cannot see me at all.
I mean, I can see you technically, but our viewers can't. So you get that nose. You get that nose right up on that screen, big dog.
Yeah, I've got the schedule kind of covering the screen right now.
All right. We beat Syracuse.
That's a dub.
We slapped ETSU
Easily. Come on.
Oh, bless our hearts, week 30.
It's a home game. Come on now.
We're in Neyland.
We're in Neyland. You know, we started out last time in Neyland. We started out with a 75-yard rush.
Who was Georgia's quarterback?
Gunnar Stockton.
Yeah, we're pretty sure it's gonna be Gunnar Stockton.
We win that game.
Okay, 3-0. We started. Okay, the hype is building.
Is that UAB?
Oh yeah, that's a dub. Come on now.
We slapped them.
Mississippi State on the road, and it's possibly a night game.
Mississippi State on the road.
Possibly a night game.
Is their quarterback going back?
Yes.
Oh, he's actually kind of nice.
He is.
Yeah, Blake.
He actually had a really good game plan for us last year. Kind of held us in check in the first half.
I think we go to Mississippi State and win.
Oh, 5-0. Arkansas home. Revenge. We haven't beat Arkansas since, 2001?
Can I cuss on this show?
Yes, you can. Yeah. Go ahead.
Fuck Arkansas.
All right, so that's a dub. We 7-0. Alabama away.
6-0.
6-0, sorry.
Oh,
Alabama.
Have to go to Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Also could be a night game.
Who's our quarterback this year?
We think it's gonna be Ty Simpson, but there's apparently a battle there.
There's a battle there still?
There is still a battle
between the freshman and him.
Tell me their head coach again.
Ty Simpson.
No, the head coach's name.
Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah.
DeBoer, yeah.
Kalen DeBoer's head coaching record versus the SEC, by the way. Now, granted, this was his career, but he's 15-3 against the SEC. 2 of those losses all 3 actually, I think come in last year.
Yeah, if I'm being real, I think our defense is better than Bama's defense this year.
I agree with that.
I agree with that.
I don't think Ty, even at their place, can do that against us.
Oh, we got a this year natty believer right here, Malik. Go ahead, just say it. Go ahead, Malik.
Fuck Bama.
All right, 7-0.
Kentucky. I ain't even mentioning that game. Oklahoma.
Yeah, don't even talk about KY.
Yeah, they don't need that attention. Oklahoma at home.
We owe Oklahoma at home. We beat them too.
I was surprised you didn't say F Oklahoma after your career against them.
Well, I mean, it's really fuck Baker Mayfield, but he's so I'll have to give him his kudos on that.
All right. New Mexico State's a dub for sure. All right, this one. If we're truly undefeated going into Florida, if I was, I'm saying that's a loss, but I don't know about you.
DJ Lagway.
He a dog.
DJ Lagway.
If he's healthy.
If he's healthy is the question.
It could be a night game in the swamp. And for Tennessee, I don't think it matters who's a quarterback.
We haven't won in the swamp in how long?
Since 2003.
Yeah,
since 2003. It is 2025.
22 years.
Oh, fuck Florida. Game. Yeah, we win that one easily.
And then we lose to Vanderbilt.
Yeah, because Vanderbilt's winning the national championship, right? So
Diego Pavia, bro.
We're going undefeated this year.
Malik is riding a 12-0 train to the Natty. Do we? Okay, so with that being, that's a comfortable prediction on we're going to the SEC championship.
Yeah.
And let's just say it's against Texas or Vanderbilt because I mean obviously that's going to be the runner-up.
I don't want to see Archie.
I don't either. That's a good point. But I feel like their schedule poses them to be pretty much a lock to be top 3 to top 5 in the SEC without a doubt, in my opinion. But I mean, you know what? I won't even make you predict that. It's just the fact that we're going to the SEC championship for the first time since 2007. That would make it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
and we're going to
that's
be undefeated going into it. So
Even
so.
with,
Hang on, with that type of prediction, you got to be. I mean, it's Joey Aguilar, right? Are you a firm believer in GMAC, Jake Merklinger? I mean, who's taking the reins to this 12-0 season?
you know what?
Yep, you can't answer that. That's fine.
I answer that.
I think, all right, you know what? I'll answer this one. I think that any one of them can.
I think
But
so.
here,
That's my answer to that question.
What
I
a
think-
cop out! What a cop out! That's crazy.
but here's why I'm thinking it's going to be Joey Aguilar. It's because of his experience at the college level so far. Granted, at the group of 5 level with Appalachian State,
they
but
had some good wins.
They did. He's been there. And I think, we see what Heupel was able to do with Hendon Hooker, taking a guy that had a similar skill set to
Turnover
Joey
prone.
Aguilar, very turnover prone.
Mhm.
And, I'm not saying that he's going to end up like Hendon Hooker, but, at least the question, can he do that for Joey Aguilar? And I think it's very possible that he can have that type of success or close to it. But I've got full confidence in McIntyre, and I'm a big believer in Jake Merklinger.
I heard that. Well, Malik, man,
I went to that spring game and saw both of them play. Number one, I believe in both of them. I would love to see what Joey has to offer, but he wasn't there.
that's right.
So
You know who else wasn't there?
Yeah,
Sorry.
we're past that. Okay.
All right.
Goodness. No, honestly, like it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, it does matter to me, but I think we're going to be fine regardless. If that makes sense.
I heard that. Well, Malik, brother, man, one last time, just want to thank you so much for you spending your evening here with us on the Vol Fanatic Show. I hope you've had a great time with it. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much. And you got anything in closing before you hop off?
What do y'all think about those new jerseys?
Oh, come on now. I'll be honest with you. The jerseys are fire. I don't know about those pants, man.
I'm in the same
Oh,
boat.
come on.
What? You like the two-tone gray? No shot.
Everything about those jerseys.
I mean, the jerseys are fire. If we're talking
Yeah.
uniform, I don't know about the pants. Like, I just don't know. But the jersey is nice.
All right.
Go
I
back
like
and look at. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like the
I-
the different color gray on the pants.
I'll go back and look at them.
Can we be honest though? Can we be 100%?
What?
Y'all's version of the smoky gray was the absolute best.
Yes.
No, we had some.
No, like come on, the checkered, like the way it tapers on the helmet.
No.
No, come on, that was fire. Don't even.
These new helmets that they got this year are stupid.
I'm talking about the stripe. I ain't,
Crazy. Those jerseys, oh my, with the digital lettering too.
bro.
Oh.
I think you have a year of eligibility left, don't you? Come on now.
Look, I got 1 year, but I can't use it in football. I might go play golf.
Count me in, brother. No, man. Say bye to the folks. We appreciate you having on.
Hey, can I say something?
I mean,
Absolutely,
maybe-
man.
I
Hey,
guess
I-
it's your show. I'm just on it.
Michael, Skylar, obviously. I appreciate you all having me on. It's good to have people that still like are in tune with what we got going on, like on a real level. Like,
Yeah.
It's not fake. It's not like, with us 1 week, not with us the next, like I salute y'all and I appreciate y'all for doing what y'all are doing. Just for fun, like just to do it. Like I appreciate y'all. Like it's so cool. Skylar, you already know what it is. We're brothers. And Michael, I cannot wait to meet you, brother.
Hey,
Absolutely,
we're
man.
gonna have to
feel
hit
it.
gonna have to
Yeah.
hit the golf course together sometime. soon.
Absolutely.
Most
Yeah.
deaf. Most
Yeah,
deaf.
Malik
Hey.
beat my butt on the course.
Hey, no, for real. Thank y'all for having me on, though. I really did have a good time.
Hey, anytime you want to come back, just hit us up, and we'll be glad to have you back on, man.
I know who to call.
Absolutely, man. Hey, appreciate you coming on.
Take it
All
easy, Malik.
yeah.
Bro,
So
just
that-
a big, tender-hearted Malik Foreman, bro. Got me in my feels. Come on now. Come on now. What a joy to have him on the show. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was long, but you know what? We weren't going to cut Malik short. That's for sure.
I mean, I might in person. I'm joking. No, it was a great time, and thank you guys for tuning in and asking some awesome questions. Rhonda, thank you so much. Thanks, Malik Govals, absolutely. Misty, Jeremy, Zach, who else? Logan, Jade. We appreciate all you guys
Big
tuning in.
Orange.
Yes, and go Big Orange, or was it just Big Orange?
I think it was just
Yeah,
Big
it was just Big
Orange.
Orange. Dude, everybody that commented and took the time out of their day to spend time with us and Malik, man, just a genuine person. Y'all got to see him. I mean, that's real. I mean, him going out of his way to say that about us, dude, that was honestly the nicest thing I've ever heard, because
Yeah.
I thought maybe like a back of my mind, I kind of thought we were a pest to like a lot of players or something like that, where they kind of view us as we don't know what we're talking about, so why talk about it? Because, I mean, they're right. We haven't been in their shoes. We haven't done what they've done.
Yeah.
But for him to understand that we do it just because of the love of the game and the love of our team, no matter the year, because let me tell you, in middle school and high school, bro, that was tough. I mean, Alabama's winning their fifth or sixth national championship, and I'm over here like, yeah, we just went 8-4. Woo! Like, I mean, that was tough. Some bad years, but yes, I mean, that is exactly how we do it. Rhonda, thank you so much. We're gonna actually try to do it real quick. Show's not over. We're gonna get right on into segment 2. We're gonna talk real quick about the linebackers, and then we're gonna talk real briefly about Arkansas and what we think their schedule prediction is going to be, but we're going to roll right through that. But before we do that, I want to let you guys know who our segment 2 sponsor is. And Michael, brother, I have lost the, no, I don't. I have it right here. We're live. If you can't tell, we are live. And our segment 2 sponsor is P&L Business Services. We know firsthand that getting your monthly reporting, invoicing, bill pay, taxes, and other essential business services right is critical. That's why at P&L Business Services, we go beyond bookkeeping by providing you with everything you need in your back office so you can have your time back and the peace of mind to do what you love most, which is building your business. Behind every successful business is a great bookkeeper, guys. If y'all feel like y'all need that so y'all can continue to focus on that awesome customer service that you and your business provide, just reach out online to pnlbusinessservices.com. Thank you so much for your continued support. And segment 2, Michael, linebacker preview. How are we feeling about this room?
You know what? I feel very good about who we have starting. You
That's
know,
right.
who the top 2 deep would be. I feel very confident in that. And you got to start off with one of the guys that was at SEC Media Days yesterday
Come on.
for Tennessee.
Talk about it.
It's Arion Carter, man. And you know, just
a dog.
the way
Been
that
a dog.
Yeah, I mean, the way that he is on the field is one thing, but you know, seeing the way that he carries himself at a press conference like the SEC Media Days yesterday, the way that he answers the questions as well, it's very impressive from a young man like that. Yeah, I'm very excited to see him in his junior season, and you know, I'm actually working on an article now to post on the website. You know, I'm kind of going through some of the guys that I think could have a breakout season, and even some of them that I look to have, you know, I guess like a coming out type year. They haven't proven anything yet, but they could absolutely have a coming out. Arion Carter's on that list of possible breakout players this year to preview on one of the articles.
You know who's going to be right there by his side, though, and I think it's a guy that kind of flies under the radar, but I think he might even have a better year statistically, tackles-wise. It's Jeremiah Thielander.
Absolutely, man.
It's Jeremiah Thielander. I mean, you couldn't ask for 2 stud guys that have been there since day one type linebackers than what you have in the room this year. This is why I get so excited about talking about the defense this season. The linebacker room in general, having Arion Carter, having Jeremiah Thielander, who've been there, even played as true freshmen. They did not redshirt. And now it's their time to shine and take over. You know, last year you were really hoping Keenan Peely was going to hold it down. Unfortunately, injury got him again. But now you've got the 2 guys taking over. I think Jeremiah Thielander, same class as Arion Carter. I think those 2 guys are, I mean, they are your studs. You've got to keep those guys healthy, but they've got to stay aggressive on defense. Got to cover well and got to come down hard in those gaps. And I think that's exactly what look, in my opinion, Thielander is one of the best run stoppers in the game. So really excited about what they're going to, I need to do better about stop saying really excited, but I'm really intrigued to see how they're going to play this year. I know it's going to be great. So who's next on your list though, to kind of be that 2? Because in linebacker role, you really only need 4 guys, right? Rotationally.
Yeah. Especially
who's
with
that
the
third
way,
guy for you?
Yeah, especially with the way that everybody's moving more towards a 4-2-5 type defense instead of the traditional 4-3.
Well, and even Tennessee will sometimes kind of run like a 3 a 3-2 with like a nickel, like another defensive back, right? A sixth defensive back or something like that. So Tennessee's always kind of running some sort of different play where they want a lot of secondary players. So yeah, go ahead. What's that third player?
So
in the
I'm
room?
actually going to go with a true freshman that I'm very high on.
a
I think
true
it's going to
freshman.
see
You're
some
skipping
time.
somebody huge. Come on now.
Yeah. And you know, I'm not necessarily going with the too deep right here. I'm just
Okay.
I'm going with a guy that I think is going to see some time and he's going to
Turn
really
some
impress
heads.
this year. Jaden Harmon, true freshman,
Good one.
coming in this year. I think that he's going to see some time, and I think it's going to be hard to keep him off the field at times. Very talented, true freshman that's incoming from this year's class.
Got a lot of freshmen and redshirt freshmen that I think are going to see a lot of playing time this year and the linebacker position, especially in those games against like ETSU and UAB early in the season. You're going to get to see those guys play a lot. And
but I think I know who you were talking about that
Come
I was
on.
kind of skipping over.
come on now, it's Edwin Spillman.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly. Edwin
Come on.
Spillman, man.
You seen a glimpse of him? He was hurt first year. He got to play a little bit last year, and then I mean, come on. Edwin Spillman, a guy that I know y'all know, he was a highly talented recruit out of high school, was able to even bring on his brother Nathan. Nate Spillman.
Yeah.
He has since transferred out, but Edwin's still balled in, locked in, ready to rock and roll. And you know he's going to be right there as a rotational piece in that linebackers group. I'm telling you, man, dude's special, and I think you're going to see a glimpse of it this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Just going down the list of linebackers here, it's a very, very young room. Other than the two at the top, and Arion Carter and Jeremiah T. Lander, and then
There's
I'll throw
one more older guy, but I think he'll get to play a little bit. I think he's much more of a captain and more of like a leader of the room. Not so sure he's going to be an every down kind of guy. I'll go ahead and let you know who it is, but it's Ben Bolton, a guy who's been in the room for a long time. Yeah, I think he is a senior this year. And I think you'll see.
He's a redshirt junior.
Redshirt junior, my fault.
Yep.
But it is his fourth year into the program. But like I said, I think a guy that may be in the 2 to 3 deep, but definitely going to be an anchor for this room that needs it because, like you said, it's a very young room.
Yeah, so just going down the list here of some of the younger guys that they're going to be battling for position in there. You know, I've already mentioned Jaden Harmon. I'm high on him. I've seen a lot of game film on him from high school. You know, he's from Rome, Georgia, true freshman. You also got redshirt freshman Jordan Burns, very talented kid as well.
Go with the other Jaden. Come on now.
Sorry, I'm going down the
Jaden
roster
Perlot
here. Yeah, Jaden Perlot. That's another one there. I mean,
out of Buford, Georgia.
Lots of talented. I mean, a lot of our young linebackers are coming out of Georgia.
Brendan Harmon. Is it Ains? ANES.
I think it's Brendan Ains.
Yep, Brendan Ains. I'm telling you again, another younger guy, but like this is what's crucial about this room. Ryan Scott, Greer Short, another couple guys, but they're your local guys. Greer Short is a freshman from Franklin, Tennessee, and then Ryan Scott's from Knoxville, Tennessee. And I think that about does it for every name in the room that I have on my roster. But what's key for this is I want to know who does separate themselves, because they're going to have that opportunity to do that. But once they do separate themselves, who's going to maybe be disappointed in the roles that they get? Will they transfer? I feel like that could be a big storyline going into next year, is maybe linebacker transfer. In this day and age, unfortunately, it's a real thing. I feel like Tennessee has done a really great job at limiting the amount of transfers, especially on the defensive side of the ball, because of how well they do substitute. But in a linebacker role, I mean, there's only 2 positions to play. And when you've got a really heavy 3 to 4 guys that Tennessee has on the roster this year for the linebacker position, I mean, it's going to be tough sledding for that 5, 6, 7 spot to get on the field, to get that playing time that you want to have. So I'm really, really intrigued to see how that transpires, who wins the jobs, and from that, who puts their head down and grinds for next year, or who throws in the towel and transfers to go get some more playing time. Yeah,
and especially considering that Tennessee has just signed 2 of the top linebackers in the 26 class as well.
5. It's a shame that not TJ White, but the other one. It's a shame that he's not a 5-star. He's like the number 4 guy in the class, top 20. I don't know. But yes, I mean, but you got to think William Inge is that guy. Now, he just replaced not blanking on the coach before William Inge, but William Inge is just in his second year.
Yeah.
And you see the recruits that he's pulling in and what he's been able to work with thus far. Dude, come on now. I mean, tell me that what hire has Heupel missed on? I mean, we could argue Joey Halsley, but that's not really a hire miscue because he was already on staff. He just kind of promoted within. I'm telling you, when Heupel has to hire or fill a spot, I mean, so far he's proven that he can do it.
Yeah, I agree with you. But yeah, this linebacker group, I'm not expecting them to be standouts this year because that's not really what the linebacker group is anymore. They're a support for the defensive line as well as for the secondary.
I'm telling you right now, a linebacker has a pick six this year.
I mean, I won't say that I disagree with you. I think one of them absolutely can. I mean, Arion Carter has proven that when he drops back into coverage,
he almost did it in Florida.
He's very good. Yeah, that interception against DJ Lagway,
that's right,
in Florida. Yeah, if he had some more blockers in front of him, he probably scores on that. But
he sure.
The one thing that I'm not expecting him is just to have a breakout year this year because I already mentioned they're more of a support for that defensive line that I think is going to overshadow the linebacker group because I think they're going to absolutely get a whole lot of natural pressure, 4-man rush. You're not going to have to see a lot of linebacker blitzes this year. And then when it comes to the secondary,
when Aaron Beasley played, like he had to rush a lot, right? I mean,
yes.
Defensive line wasn't built up that way, and so we had to mix up our, and that's why we gave up so many big plays is because when you bring in a linebacker like that, you've got one less guy in coverage, and that's why you gave up so many big home run plays. But yes, I agree.
Yeah, with you. And I think that our secondary is built up enough and they're experienced enough this year that you're going to see them make a lot of plays this year that you're not going to have to rely on linebackers to drop back into coverage as much. The linebackers can just do their job this year.
That's
but
right.
The one thing that I am excited to see this year, and I think we're going to see a lot of, is just the ball hawking ability, the ability to lead the defense, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Arion Carter stepped up big last year, and really he did his freshman year too. After Keenan Peely went down, he had to really step up alongside Aaron Beasley in the 23 season. And then last year, whenever it was him and Keenan Peely and Peely went down, Arion Carter stepped up huge. I mean, he really grew up a lot within the time that Keenan Peely went down and the end of the season. And I'm looking for him to take that other step forward this year, which is why he was one of the guys at media days for Tennessee this year. He's expected to be that captain of the defense. And I think you've already mentioned that Jeremiah Thielander is going to be right there alongside them. The two of them on the field at the same time, I think you're going to have an almost unstoppable duo at the linebacker position.
I'm huge about vocal leadership, and I think what you're going to get out of Arion Carter is just that. I think Keenan Peely being out of the room, I love him to death. I think he was a great addition, but I think kind of frees up Arion Carter to be that guy now. And I think you're going to see it. I think Jeremiah Thielander is also that guy. I mean, it's good to have two. We've all watched them football movies growing up. I mean, come on. Like, to have two vocal leaders at the linebacker position, at your captain's position, at the mic, whatnot, like, I'm telling you, I think that's going to be a huge difference in the. I am so high on this defense this year. It's insane. And somebody probably needs to get me some ice to cool me down because I'm telling you, as good as our defense was last year, I seriously think we improve. And I think this group is going to have a lot to do with it.
I think overall, this defense improves this year because you really, you've got some names that we're very familiar with. But maybe the rest of the nation and even the SEC aren't quite as familiar with.
Well, yeah. Everybody in the headquarters right now is not talking about Jeremiah Thielander. I probably have no idea who he is. And I think
not everybody's talking about Joshua Josephs either. Now, he's probably the biggest name on the Tennessee defense, but nobody's talking about him as a number one overall draft pick like they were with James Pierce Jr. last year.
But they're going to learn after this year what Tennessee's doing. Is a lot like what you've seen out of Alabama in those years, a lot out of Georgia. I'm not comparing the teams in any way. I'm saying simply what Rodney Gardner and Tim Banks has done on this defense. They have learned to reload.
Yes.
And that's what you love to see. And so eventually it's not going to matter about the individual players on the they're going to know that, oh, that's Rodney Gardner's group. They're going to be good. Doesn't matter who's it. So I love what I'm seeing out of this defense. I think it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So you got anything else on this linebacker position group before we move ahead to our Arkansas schedule prediction?
I ain't got anything more to say. I think it's going to be, like I said, just stay healthy. I'm going to say that on every single position group preview that we have. But I do feel a little bit better about the depth of this position than I do of the offensive line position.
So here's what I'll say about that. The depth is still concerning
from the lack of
but
experience.
it's the lack of experience. But I feel more comfortable with the talent coming into this
the
linebacker
level
group
of the room, right?
than I do that offensive line group that we previewed last week. There's a
agree.
lot of unknowns on the offensive line, still unknowns at the linebacker position.
Putting a lot of eggs in the basket for David Sanders,
Yes.
Lance Hurd, those guys. I agree 100%. So, no, right on. All right, man, give us our segment 3 sponsor so we can get this prediction out the way, and then we can get on, it's an hour and a half in the show, and we still rolling. So,
yeah, man. All right, so our segment 3 sponsor, it is Kaizen Painting. Do you want a colorful life? Kaizen is a painting and drywall company that provides residential, commercial, exterior, and interior services. At Kaizen Painting, we understand the importance of a beautifully painted home and properly installed and repaired drywall. We're here to bring your vision to life. We care about providing you with a personalized, efficient, and quality service. If you live in Knoxville and surroundings, contact us for a free estimate at kaizenpainting.com. Color your life the Kaizen ways. So let's go over here to the schedule. We have got Arkansas.
Ooh, and I think I have to go first this time. Shoot.
I can go first. It doesn't matter.
Oh, all right.
So Arkansas, just real briefly kind of go over Arkansas. They are returning, in my opinion, especially based on the actual returning experience in the SEC, a top 5 quarterback in the SEC in Taylor Green. And he really impressed last year. The transfer from Boise State, he showed a lot of talent, but it was raw, and you could tell that he was very inexperienced at this type of level last year. But I think he's going to take a step forward this year. He also still had struggles on the offensive line in front of him. A lot of times they weren't able to give him the protection that he needed, and that showed. And I honestly feel like, I know Tennessee did not play well, but if it wasn't for Taylor Green getting hurt in that game and the backup coming in and Tennessee not being prepared for that backup, Tennessee wins that ball game just barely. Just because, Tennessee, they had Taylor Green's number in that game. He made some plays, but Tennessee was prepared for him. The offense just couldn't get anything going. But when they brought the backup in and Tennessee wasn't quite as prepared for him, that changed things. It gave them a spark.
Our offense got in their own way as well, several times, but we're not going to talk about that.
They did. So you also had Taylor Green was Arkansas's leading rusher last year. I do believe that their highest rusher as far as running backs, Jaquindon Jackson, I think he's gone this year. I think he is either transferred out or he's just out of eligibility. It did have a 1,000-yard receiver last year in Andrew Armstrong that I believe is gone as well. So you're losing your top receiver and your top running back from last year.
Sean coming in on Facebook. 5 wins at most for Arkansas Razorbacks.
Ooh.
Coming in hot right out the gate. I love it, Sean. Thank you so much for spending your time with us here on this late afternoon, evening show. And ultimately, that brings it up. I mean, Michael, with all those changes.
Ultimately, I still think that it's a make it or break it year for Sam Pittman. He had an improved year last year, bringing in Bobby Petrino. But if they fall below that 500 mark this year, I think you're going to see that seat really warm up. If not, go ahead and get rid of Mr. Coldbeer, which I would hate because I like the guy. He's a very good guy in my opinion. Maybe not the best coach in the world, but he's a guy that you automatically like. So going down the list here, I think you start off the season with a win against Alabama A&M. Then you play Arkansas State in week 2, going up against Mr. Bush Jones in Little Rock. I think you get a win there as well. Week 3, you start SEC play going to Vaught Hemingway Stadium to play against Ole Miss.
Welcome to the SEC. I can't say that with Arkansas, but that's a hard opener.
That is a very hard opener.
Not as hard as
I was going to say, not 100% sure what Ole Miss is going to do this year, but
right.
I do trust that Lane Kiffin is going to have a plan, at least on the offensive side of the ball. Cannot remember off the top of my head who Ole Miss's quarterback is going to be this year. We'll look at that when we get to Ole Miss schedule. but I am going to chalk this up as a loss for Arkansas in week 3. Then you go to Memphis on September the 20th. And this is a tough game to have against a group of 5 opponent. Memphis is definitely not a team that if I was Arkansas, I would want to play, especially going to Memphis. And I think early in the season here, I'm going to have Arkansas dropping this game to Memphis in a close contest.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. I mean, Memphis is a good program. I mean,
yeah, they are a good program. Then you've got Notre Dame. What other than Alabama, A&M, and Arkansas State, what about this non-conference schedule? At Memphis and then at home against Notre Dame? That's tough. That is tough. And that's why I'm going to have a loss to Notre Dame on September the 27th. Then you travel to Knoxville to go against the Vols. Vols are going to be ready to play in this game. More than likely, I would say going to be a night game. Probably going to be the ESPN or ESPN2 game. And I don't see Arkansas winning this game. I've got a loss to Tennessee in that game.
It better be a loss to Tennessee.
It definitely better be.
Boy, this is not looking good.
It's definitely not looking good. Texas A&M on October the 18th. I think I'm going to have to go with a loss there as well. Then you move to October the 25th. You go against Auburn at home. And you know what? With Sam Pittman's back against the wall, I think I'm going to see a win against Auburn here. And, just kind of a spoiler alert, after some recent things I have heard as of recently, I'm not as high on Auburn as I once was. Now, I will say some of the teams that we've already said or that we've done their predictions for, and I predicted Auburn wins, I'm not going to backtrack on those. But going forward, I might have some changes.
I think you're on the right track. I don't know if you're going to see it this year. I think this year Auburn may have a little bit of fight, but I think setting up for next year, if Auburn doesn't do anything this year, I think Hugh Freeze is out the door. So
I just think there's a lot of all-season stuff going on right now with Hugh Freeze that I'm not feeling near as good about Auburn as I once was.
That's right. I still think they got some key players on offense though, and I think that might carry them. But yes, go ahead.
All right, so Mississippi State on November the 1st. I am going to give Arkansas a win there, kind of righting the ship a little bit, sitting at 4-5 going into a bye week before traveling to Death Valley to play against LSU.
I think at this point in the season, man, if you were going in 4-5, you got to win 2 of the next 3, right?
I think you have to.
I don't know if it's going to happen.
I was going to say, just looking at LSU right here, their lead up to this game. You've got a bye week on November the 1st before you travel to Tuscaloosa. And then you get the home game against Arkansas. So could you have a letdown spot for LSU at this point after the Alabama game, depending on whether that is a win or a loss? You could.
At home, though, for LSU.
That's the thing.
Home.
That's the thing. It's in Death Valley. I can't pick that right now with the way that
Brian Kelly kind of fighting for his coaching
with the
job.
Spot that both of these programs are
in. Yeah, 100%. I agree. I guess both coaches at the point would be coaching for their job, but I mean, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I think it's a loss to LSU
at Texas.
Yeah,
it's a good rivalry.
22nd at Texas. That's a historic rivalry.
Good rivalry. Just historic. I'm sorry.
Historic. I wouldn't say it's a good rivalry. At least right now.
Not like Arkansas beat them a couple years ago.
All right, that was a fantastic game, but that's whenever Arkansas had a totally. That's when they had a totally different program trajectory than they have right now.
You're right.
So I do have a loss to Texas in that game.
Do they at least get a 5th win, like Mr. Sean Carpenter said?
I think they do. I think final game of the season, I think they get a win against Missouri, the game being in Arkansas. Unfortunately, still don't get bowl eligibility because of this prediction here. And who knows, with you going 4-7 before that Missouri game, could we see a new head coach at that point in time? Or do they wait until after that Missouri game to get rid of Sam Pittman? Or who knows? They might keep him around for another year. But at times, I don't know if you can afford to, if you're Arkansas, keep them around if you go 5-7 and take a step back from last year when things look like they're improving. But I think the absolute floor for this Arkansas team this season, and I think everything has to go completely wrong for this to happen, is 2-10 with your only 2 wins coming against Alabama A&M and Arkansas State. I think that Auburn can come in and get a win. I think Mississippi State, with the right set of circumstances, can come in and get a win against Arkansas. And then Missouri, I'm not exactly sure where they're going to be.
I'm realizing now that I'm really down on Missouri. I think
I'm
the
not
last 3 or 4 predictions I've predicted them to lose to the teams that we're picking. So yeah, it's not going to be a good year for Missouri.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're going to be.
It might be, but I'll be wrong.
So yeah, I've got 2-10 as a possible floor. Now, the ceiling for this Arkansas team, I think that you can. You know what? I'm not going to say if they go on the road and they beat Ole Miss. I think that that's probably going to be a loss. But I think you go to Memphis, you get a win. Tennessee, they're not gonna win.
I don't think so, but maybe they pull one at LSU if LSU's reeling.
You know, I think they might pull one against LSU. I think they could pull one at home against Texas A&M.
Yeah, I mean,
well, hang on, let me check because all right, in the past that game has been in Dallas.
Okay, I would agree with that solely from the fact that A&M's quarterback, we seen it last year. Now maybe he takes a step forward, which I think he will, but he's still known to play from week to week dramatically different. You've seen him play at his best. You've seen him play at his worst. He could just have an off night against Arkansas and play really, really down to his level of competition. And yeah, I could see that. So
yeah. So I've got the ceiling for this team at 9-3. I think the guaranteed losses are Ole Miss, I think Tennessee, and then Texas. Oh, sorry. 8-4 because of that Notre Dame game. I completely skipped over that one. 8-4 I think is the ceiling for this Arkansas team. The floor is 2-10. And like I said, you know, the floor, that's the extreme. Everything goes wrong. The ceiling, that's everything goes right. 8-4 for Arkansas, 2-10 is the floor. My prediction, 5-7.
Clear the board. Clear the board.
Too bad there's not a clear all option on this.
You know, could you not just hit the back? No, you can't. That's unfortunate. Sorry. We're live, guys. We appreciate you tuning in, and we have a clear board. Not too shabby of a prediction yourself. I'm going to go ahead and charge through the first couple because I do think Arkansas starts out with a dub. They do get to Ole Miss, and Austin Simmons is the quarterback for Ole Miss.
That's right.
And I do think he is a baller. So I'm going to have Arkansas losing that one. I do think Arkansas beats Memphis just from the sole fact that, like, I do think Taylor Green's decent. I want to say that Arkansas takes a step forward this year. Here's where that's hard to say takes a step forward, but may not see it in the record is because, I mean, their schedule is kind of gauntly. I mean, you've got Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Tennessee, A&M, LSU, Texas. That's almost 6 guaranteed losses right there. I hate to say guaranteed, but I mean those are some tough top 15-esque type teams right there that you're having to play all in one season. So at Tennessee, I am being a homer here, but we better not lose to Arkansas at home. So I'm gonna put an L there. A&M on at home. Now, this is a question mark game. I'd say 50-50, even though I'd probably lean like 65-35 just because I think A&M's a better team. But could Arkansas catch them on a bad night? I don't think so. I do have 3 straight L's there. They do have Auburn home back-to-back right there. I have them losing to Auburn as well. And also kind of like to your point, not looking good at this point in the season. And it's not. I mean, at that point, you've got 4 losses in a row. I think those conversations start happening, right? Those conversations that we don't want to see. But, you know, Mississippi State, who knows? I think they get a win there to kind of get back to even 4-4. And then, again, me and you both, although albeit different ways, we both get to the final 3 games. Or basically, I'll say we both get to November, and you got to go 2-2.
Yeah. At the very least.
3-1, I get. Or no, 2-2. No. 3-1. You got to go 3-1 in November to get to bowl eligibility.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, when you got LSU and Texas both back to back on the road, I don't think that's in Arkansas's wheelhouse. Now I will say, and I kind of teased it earlier, I think Missouri's down this year. I do have Arkansas fighting for their interim head coach or whatever. I do think they get the win against Missouri. I just think Missouri's down this year. I don't know who to believe in right now other than Eli Drinkwitz. You can say he's a decent coach. I don't know who they got coming in at wide receiver. I don't know who they got at running back. I don't know who they got at quarterback. Their defense is like nothing about Missouri excites me this year. And so I have Arkansas again, albeit two different ways, but we both, dude, this is the first time I think we've done this. It is both predicting a 5-7 season. Now, I will say for my ceiling, this is going to sound harsh, but my ceiling for Arkansas is 7-5.
So
okay, that's a win over.
So same teams I said: Ole Miss, Notre Dame, Tennessee, Texas. But then who's the other guaranteed loss?
Okay, the guaranteed loss is. Sorry, you said Ole Miss, Notre Dame,
Tennessee, and Texas.
I think a guaranteed loss, and I'm gonna say this in this way: it is A&M or LSU.
So either or,
and then, yeah, I think that's how that plays out because I mean. Best case scenario, 7-5. Yeah, I mean, or Auburn. I guess you could throw that in there. A&M, Auburn, or LSU. They might could pull one away there. But I think that's about all that's in the cards for Arkansas. 7-5. Or no, that was counting the flip on Auburn. I guess that was counting the flip on Auburn, and then one of A&M and LSU is their best season. So, yeah, I like that. Their worst case scenario. Man, I think their worst case scenario could be a 3-9 season. I think they would at that point lose to Missouri, lose to Memphis, and that's your 3-9 season.
Beat Mississippi State, A&M, or Alabama A&M, and Arkansas State. Yeah.
Yep, and I think at that point you're on an interim head coach in the middle of the season. I think it gets really hard, right? So I mean, there's a lot of components that can make a season happen like that. Like it's not like if the season, it's not like if everybody stays healthy and the coaching stays the same. Do I think they go 3-9? But at that point, I'm having to think of worst comes to worst. They do go in that 3 or 4 game losing stretch, and they can coach right there in the middle of the season. Well, those guys are not going to be motivated to finish the year. At that point, they literally could finish 3-9 and still beat Memphis. But they're just not motivated to play at that point because, I mean, at that point, the school is telling the players and the coaches that it's a wash. We're firing the coach. We're starting from scratch. And so congratulations to us on the fact that this is the first record that we both predicted the same. Now watch Arkansas go 11-1.
I don't see that happening, but that it very well could happen. So how do you think it would look though, or what would Arkansas fans feel if Butch Jones beat Arkansas in week 2? Would we see another sprained ankle?
No. No. If Butch Jones did pull it off, I didn't realize. I thought there was a couple Arkansas States, but right on. I didn't realize he was at the Little Rock, Arkansas State.
So Little Rock, that's where the game's actually being played. That's why.
Okay. I thought it was Arkansas State.
My fault. Arkansas normally they'll play one game. Most of the time, it's the first game of the year where they play in Little Rock.
Yeah.
So this one, the Arkansas State game, in conference or in state, they're playing in Little Rock this year.
My fault. My misunderstanding. There's several colleges that, UT, for example, has several different campuses. You have UT,
right? Yeah.
Knoxville, Martin, Chattanooga, whatever. So I thought that was okay. My fault. But if Butch were to pull it off, I think you would see Butch take another position down the road. I don't think he comes back to the SEC, but I think you would see him advance and maybe try to get back into the Power 5 now that the Pac-12 is making a comeback. Come on now. Come on.
They're making a comeback, but they're going to be considered the 6th group of school or conference. They're not going to be.
Yeah, the group of 5 is officially above the Pac-12. So, no, I don't know. It could happen, but I think that's a really bad year for the Hogs if that does happen.
Yeah,
especially after that World Series loss. Man, that would be a tough year to be an Arkansas fan. Whew.
Hey, shout out to Caleb and the guys from the Hogs on the Hill podcast. At least that season, or at least their World Series run didn't end quite like that. That Oklahoma State game in the actual national championship. But you know what? That LSU game that they got put out in, it was pretty dang close.
That's right. So here's my question for Arkansas. You got the quarterback. Who fills in that running back position? Didn't they get the running back from South Carolina, Rocket Sanders or something like that?
So Rocket Sanders was at Arkansas and transferred to South Carolina.
Is that what happened?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, I mean, who? Obviously, they had a guy last year. I'm blanking on the name, but like, I mean, who's going to be that guy that kind of fills that role? Who's going to help Taylon Green, give him some outs, and so that way he doesn't have to carry the offense on his own? I don't know, and that's why I think he's going to struggle in the SEC.
And is the offensive line going to give him that protection that he needs? Because that's been the Achilles heel over the last couple of seasons.
Which is crazy. An Arkansas team having a bad offensive line,
especially because Sam Pittman is an offensive line guy.
Bruh, tell me about it. Come on. That's what I'm saying. So, like, I don't know. But that's our predictions, man. It's been a long show. You got anything in closing?
Just fantastic show tonight. Really, another shout out to Malik tonight.
One of the best viewed shows that we've had, and it's off season. Like, man, come on. Like, I mean, we're up and up. So,
yeah, absolutely. So, Skylar kind of teased it earlier. We've got a little something going on tomorrow. Not going to give any. I was going to say,
unbelievable.
It could be good for the podcast, okay? Yeah.
Could be. It's a 3-hour drive, but it could be.
Yeah, so we're not going to give any details on it yet, but Skylar and I possibly got something that we will bring to you guys next week.
It's going to suck when next week comes. If it falls through, I'm going to be like, nah, man, I just wanted to have a good dinner. But yeah, if it's good, it will be good, and you will see it on the screen all the time. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, and I will give a subtle hint.
Nope. Go ahead.
No subtle hint. So I was going to say,
I don't want to give it away.
It could have big things to do with the Raking with Jake segment if he decides to come back with us this year.
It would have a big thing to do with that. Yep.
So that's all I'm going to give you guys right now.
All right. Good teaser. Guys, we appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Austin saying back-to-back road games at LSU and Texas is brutal. Dude, Austin, tell me about it. Thank you so much for spending your evening here. Sorry it took me a little while. That was 7 minutes ago. I'm sorry, man. I was a little distracted. Jade said, awesome show. We appreciate you, Jay, being tuned in, and thank you so much for the questions from Malik. I'm sorry if I didn't get to every single comment, but we really do appreciate you guys. Again, we do this for fun, but it is so much more fun when you guys are here, tuned in, locked in, and giving us some feedback. And it makes it feel like it's worth the content. So we appreciate you guys. Michael, you got anything in closing?
Next week, we'll be back on normal schedule on Thursday nights. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and everybody, go Big Orange.
Nah, bye-bye.